only been halfway reading this book for fun, so I'm not going to do a book review of the whole thing. I'm just going to point out talk about an interesting point in here. The book is called How to Think About God by Mortimer J. Adler. And the point, I want to know what you all think, is the difference between pantheism and monotheism. Pantheism sees the universe as God, or monotheists, they have one God, and their one God is a supreme creator being. And an important point to point out is that the thing about supreme beings is that you can only have one supreme being. That's how he points out here. The idea is that you can't have multiple supreme beings, because if you had two supreme beings, what if one of them wanted to do action A, and one of them wanted to make sure action A never happened? They're not supreme then. That'd be the thought. They'd be like 99% supreme. Or the 1% of them not being supreme is whenever their decisions counteract each other. Anyway, the idea is the reason why. And he also goes into a long reason why God cannot be a material being. He's immaterial and unextended. Anyway, another reason why why a monotheist can't be a pantheist is because the two very different definitions of God. The monotheist God is immaterial. The pantheist God is physical. It's all physical. In fact, a pantheist could be a physicalist of the sort. And also, the monotheistic God, another thing about him is that he's not changeable. Like, he's not mutable, he's immutable. He's sort of the same thing the whole way, forever. Whereas the universe is constantly changing, or has changed. And the fact that the laws of physics work differently in different places, or at different places, because the idea is that it's changed over time. It was slightly different at the very beginning, when the whole universe is just energy and stuff like that. And you just have the gut force and the other one. I think it was gut and gravity. I'm trying to go off of my astronomy class, what they taught us. Anyway, yeah. So, universe is mutable. God is not mutable. Also, on the supreme being thing, another reason why the universe can't be a supreme being is because although it has not been contingently proven true that there's other universes, so it's not contingently true that there's other possible universes. Whether or not it's contingent or not isn't important to question. What's important is it logically possible or impossible for there to be other universes, regardless of whether or not we can prove it or not. We can prove it true. And if it seems that it is logically possible for there to be other universes, and if it is logically possible for there to be other universes, then this universe cannot be a supreme entity or being itself, because if there are other universes, then it is simply a universe, an instance of a universe. It's not the supreme universe. Because if the universe was supreme, a supreme being itself, then it would be the only universe. Yeah, and I've been cleaning, so I'm a little messy. Let's see, there's a third one. Yeah, let me just read it, the quote from Adler. When, then, do we not identify our notion of God with our notion of the cosmos, as pantheists would have us do? And if you have this book, or if you want to check it out, it's at the bottom of page 91. There are many reasons for not doing so. First, because the cosmos is mutable, ever-changing. Second, because the cosmos is material, corporeal, and physical. So I'll be able to explain those two. The third one is more difficult. Third, and most important, because we are not compelled to think of the cosmos as a supreme being than which no creator can be thought of. Oh, I guess I have done that one already. Yeah, that's the three. And that's basically the point. It's just a little video on one little point that